Hello guys, my name is Desmond. A very warm welcome to my lesson for today, where we will be looking at mathematics. So ladies and gentlemen, as always, please do allow me to say it is very much important that I say it is very much important, because what I'm about to say, it's massively important, ladies and gentlemen, that I say a day without learning something new, it's a day wasted. By so saying, please do make sure that by the end of each and every lesson that I conduct, you learn something new. Very much important, ladies and gentlemen, over there. So obviously, as I've indicated, a day without learning something new, it's a day wasted. Meaning, out of today's lesson, please do make sure that you learn something new. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do very quickly. Take you through the given information. At the same time, look at that diagram. Most importantly, in today's lesson, I'm not going to be solving any problem nor doing any calculations, but I'm just going to guide you in terms of how you answer the question. So without any waste of time, let's quickly have a look at that given statement. And it reads as follows. A pilot is flying in a helicopter at point A. There we can see point A, which is h meters directly above point D on the ground. He notices a strange object at point D. There it's point D. The pilot determines that the angle of depression from point A to point B is 30 degrees. He also determines that the control room at point C is 3h meters from point A. And triangle BAC. Where is C? Okay, let me do that and draw it correctly. So in triangle B, A and C, there is the triangle. Angle A is equals to 2x. Yes, that can be seen on the diagram. Points B, maybe let me quickly remove everything there so that I'll continue with that statement. So let's see. They're saying points B, C, and D. Where are they? Point B, C, and D are in the same horizontal plane. Yes, that makes sense. There is the horizontal plane. Okay, let me do that. So let's see. This scenario is shown in the diagram below. So this is the diagram where we will answer the questions based on that diagram. But most importantly, that given statement, it is fully represented diagrammatically, as you can see there. So very quickly, let's have a look at the questions and see how far we can go with those questions. So we only have two questions. Question number 7.1, it says determine the distance AB. Where is AB? Let's see. There it's A, there it's B. So this is the distance that examiner is talking about. So they want you to determine the distance AB in terms of H. In terms of H. The question that you need to ask yourself, that line AD, it's associated to which triangle? So you notice that actually AB is connected to this triangle. The question now is, what type of a triangle is that? Is it just a triangle or is it a right-angled triangle? So you realize it's actually a right-angled triangle, which means you can use the trig ratios, meaning you can use sine, cos, or tan. It all depends on the information that you have. But something very much important, honorable members, you realize you actually have a very nice shape there, from there to there to there. You actually have a Z, and I'm pretty much sure that you guys are aware that this angle, it is equals to that angle. So that means you've got your 30 degrees there, meaning you can use the suitable trig ratio to then determine AB in terms of H. Let's see, you are having H being opposite to that angle, and now the AB that you are looking for, it is the hypotenuse. Then you ask yourself a question, which trig ratio has opposite and again hypotenuse? That is the trig ratio that you're going to use in order to make H the subject, not necessarily the subject of the formula, but AB the subject of the formula in terms of H, and the H being that one being your opposite. So that is how you actually go about that question. I think I've given you enough tips on that one. So what I'm going to do now is to remove everything, and then from there we jump on to the next question. I think you've got enough information to tackle that one. So let's see. 7.2, it says show that the distance between the strange object at point B and the control room at point C, it's given by BC is equals to the whole of that. Already, guys, before you even go far, already you can notice something. You can see you are having a, let's see, you are having cos there, and you are having a square root being involved. For me, I notice possibly you might need to use the cosine rule, because I know we don't have this type of a thing under sine rule. You are also not expecting a square root under sine rule, but when it comes to the cosine rule, that's where you might need to expect something looking similar to that. So the most important thing is for you to identify in which triangle does that lie. So let's see, maybe let me choose that color. So the side BC, it's connected to that triangle, and also it is connected to that triangle. You therefore ask yourself a question to say, between triangle number 1 and this triangle, which one has enough information for me to actually show that? and you realize a triangle number 2, it is the one that has enough information, which is that one there. Let's check if we do have enough information. So you do have that being side AC. Obviously, on the previous question, you have calculated AB in terms of H. So let's say you do have that AB. Most importantly, you do have that angle there. It seems like now it's a straightforward question because you've got the side, you've got the side, you've got an angle in between. This is where now you realize the cosine rule is going to be relevant, because you're going to say this side being BC squared, it's equals to this side being whatever squared, you plus it with this side being whatever squared, and then minus 2 those sides being this one and that one, and then you have cos of that angle, which is cos of 2 angle. Where you need to be careful is that here you've got a double angle, and you will need to remember how to deal with double angles. So I think what I've explained, it's enough for you to be able to attempt that question. Already you know that you need to use the cosine rule. So once you've plugged the information there, it's just a matter of you simplifying the equation until it takes you to there. So I think I have given you some clue on that question. So I think for now I'll just have to leave it there and say, ladies and gentlemen, I do thank you very much for joining. My name is Desmond, and I'm out.